2018 WJTS Sports presents the Evansville Central Bears versus the Jasper Wildcats. This game is brought to you by Carpet Warehouse, McDonald's, Mariners Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, DuBois County Tire and Supply, Eubler & Sons, DuBois County Cares, Gelhausen Insurance, and the Gaslight. Now let's go down to the field.
Welcome back to Bosse Field, everybody, for tonight's championship game, the 2021 IHSAA Class 4A Baseball Sectional 16 here at Bosse Field in Evansville. Carey Schneider along with Jeremy Markos, Kirk Uxell working the Southridge Sectional as the Raiders are playing the final game this evening, taking on the Washington Hatchets at League Stadium. But here at Bosse Field, it's the Jasper Wildcats at the Central Bears for the championship game of Class 4A. The Wildcats made it to tonight's championship game with a 5-4 victory over Evansville North in today's first semifinal. Cats with a big 4-run second inning made the difference, which was the difference in the ball game. North out hit the Cats 7-5. Both teams had 2 errors apiece in the game. Grant Stratton was the winner for Jasper. He goes to 10-0. He pitched just 2 1/3 innings, gave up 3 runs. Only 1 was earned. Struck out 2, walked none. Connor Foley and 4 2/3 innings of a relief, gave up an earned run, struck out 9 and walked 2. Eli Hope for the Wildcats led the hitting with going 2 for 4 with an RBI. Ben Hankey had an RBI double as well. Central made it to tonight's game with a 7-1 victory over Wrights in Game 2. The Wildcats will be the home team in tonight's championship game. And so the Bears will bat first. Josh Lebehusen on the hill for the Wildcats. In 21 innings pitched and 3 starts, he's 4-0 on the year with an even 1.000 earned run average. He struck out 22 and walked 2. First pitch of the ball game is a strike called to Ethan Rothschild as we're underway. And at exactly 8 o'clock Eastern time. Next pitch is a strike over the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire is Kevin Bullock. First base, Craig Mykrans. And David Ford has third base tonight. And tonight's championship game from Bosse Field. Lebehusen works quickly and deals a 0-2 pitch to Rothschild. Low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rothschild waits for the, well, now time is called. Shadows, a little bit of shadows taking effect in the left field line, and sun out, and a little bit of a sun field for Jack Albrand out in right field. We'll set the Wildcat defense here shortly. There's a strike 3 called, and we're underway. That's how this game will start, with a strikeout to Ethan Rothschild from Joe Lebehusen. Ethan Like, the right fielder, will come to the plate for Central, another left-handed batter. Bears coming into the contest at 19-7. Again, 7-1 victors over Evansville Wrights in today's second semifinal. Cats won 5-4 on a squeaker to North. They come into the contest at 26-2. Central coached by Mike Getty. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Ethan Light. The next is high, 2-1. Wildcats with Connor Foley in left, Eli Hope at center, Jack Albrand in right. Stratton, Hankey, Morton, and Wallace from third, short, second, and first. Ground ball to Morton at second. He's got it. Fires over to Wallace at first for the second out of the first inning. 4-3. Goes down Like. That'll bring up Henry Brown. Brown, the shortstop for the Bears. We'll finish up the Cat battery here. As we said, behind the plate is the catcher Ross Peter. And on the hill, senior Job Lebehusen. Strike called on the first pitch to Henry Brown. 1 strike and nothing. Morton on the edge of the outfield grass at second base. The pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 up, 2 down quickly for the Bears here at the top of the first. Jasper, of course, the home team today. They've been the visitor for the previous 2 games of this sectional tournament. Swing and a miss. And Brown is down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leverhusen deals the 1-2. Fly ball, center field. Hope is under it. He'll make the catch, and the Bears go 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. We played a half an inning here at Bosse Field, and tonight's for a sectional championship game. It's Central 0, Jasper coming to bat. Leverhusen retired the Bears in order in the top of the first. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for the Wildcats. They will sit to the plate for Terry Gobert's Ball Club. Cody Morton will lead things off and play second base. Eli Hope in the number 2 hole. He will bat center and play center. Batting third is Connor Foley playing left field. In the cleanup spot is Andrew Wallace, the first baseman. Catcher Ross Peter bats 5th. Pitcher Joe Leverhusen is batting 6th. Batting 7th, Grant Stratton, today's winning pitcher. He will play third base. Ben Hankey is at shortstop. And Caleb Berger will bat 9th and bat for Jack Albrand, who mans right field this evening. So Morton, Hope, and Foley, and they will face the pitcher for Central, which is number 10, Blake Hurtis, a sophomore, right-hander. His first pitch to Cody Morton is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Morton had 1 single today in the first semifinal, scored a couple of runs. Fouls that pitch off, 1 ball, 1 strike. The winner will take on Floyd Central in game 2 at the Jasper Regional at Ruxer Field next Saturday afternoon around 1:30 Eastern time. Next pitch is in the dirt, 2-1. Floyd Central, 7-1 victor over the Jeffersonville Red Devils this afternoon. Pitch is a strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes is, and a throw over to first was almost over the first baseman Causey's head. Morton goes down on strikes to start off the bottom of the first. And here's Eli Hope, the center fielder. Eli with a pair of singles today, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Swing and a line drive into center field. That ball will be hauled in by the center fielder, Kelly. Kelly had to race to his right to bring that in left center field. And Hope is out with the line out to center field. Now to bring up Connor Foley, who is in left field tonight. First pitch to the Wildcat left fielder is outside, 1-0. Connor drove in the first run with a sacrifice fly in the first inning this morning. Swing and a ground ball to second. Kennedy's got it. He'll fire over to Causey at first, and the inning is over as the Wildcats go down 1-2-3 at the bottom of the first inning. We played 1 complete here at Bosse Field. No score. For the second inning, and Central will send Blake Hurtis, the pitcher, along with Garrett Causey and Ben Kennedy.
Leading off the second inning, the pitcher, number 10, Blake Hurtis.
Hurtis, the cleanup batter for Central, will lead things off here in the top half of the second inning. Central went down 1-2-3 in the first. First pitch to Hurtis is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch is low. 2-0. Wildcats beat Central 6-1 back on April the 29th, Connor Foley was the winner in that contest as he pitched 5 innings with 2 hits. Here's a ground ball just past the third base Stratton's glove into left field for a base hit. So leadoff hit by Hurtis. And Garrett Causey will step to the plate with a runner at first and nobody out here in the the top of the second. And again in that ball game back on April 29th, Connor Foley was the winner with 5 innings pitched. He gave up 2 hits and 1 run and struck out 7. Jack Albrand came in relief of that contest with 2 innings pitched and a hit and no runs scored or given up. Here as we bat on play each other here on May 31st for the sectional championship. Central bats here in the top half of the second inning. They got a leadoff base hit by Blake Hurtis, the pitcher. Causey squares the bunt. He puts one up in the air and Libahusen snags it for the first out and looks Hurtis back to first. So there's one away for Ben Kennedy. First pitch to Kennedy is a high bouncer over the third baseman's head, and that will go into left field for the second hit of the inning for the Bears. Not much you can do about that as Kennedy chopped it high over Stratton's head with the second hit of the game and the inning. That puts runners at second and first for Gavin Kelly. Kelly is the catcher for Central. Wears number 51 and he's a junior. Infield looking for the double play ball. The first pitch is down low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Central looking to do some damage and draw first blood here on the top of the second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball too short. Out at second. No throw to first as Kennedy will be forced out 6-4 at second base for the second out. Hurtis moves to third and on the fielder's choice. Kelly is at first base. Dax Carey, the left fielder, will come to the plate. First pitch to Carey is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Both teams went down in order in the first, but Central with a little bit of making a little noise here in the top of the second. There's a strike again. No balls, 2 strikes. Same pitch, same location, same results so far. 0-2 the count. Carey, number 8 batter. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called over the outside corner. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, same location, and down go the Bears here in the top of the second. So the Bears threaten, but they do not score. We go to the bottom of the second inning. There's no score here at Bosse Field. We'll send Andrew Wallace, Ross Peter, and Job Libahusen to the plate. If any of those guys get on, Grant Stratton, the third baseman, will bat for the Wildcats. Central threatened in the bottom half or top half of this inning with a pair of hits and left the runner stranded at first and third. This is a championship game of the Indiana High School Athletic Association Class 4A baseball sectional here on 18 WJTS. Carey Schneider along with Jeremy Markos. The winner of this contest will take on Floyd Central on Saturday, and the second game of the semifinal is at Ruxer Field in Jasper. Floyd Central defeated Jefferson Mills this afternoon in their sectional championship. The Highlanders will come to Jasper to take on the winner of this contest between Central and the Wildcats. Andrew Wallace is the batter, left-handed batter, plays first base for the Cats. First pitch to him. He waves and misses at the first one for a strike. No balls, one strike. The 0-1. Strike out of the outside corner. And Andrews quickly in the hole at 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball to the shortstop. And he is safe. I was looking. And safe at first is Andrew Wallace as the ground ball went to Kelly. And the throw was wide, and Wallace will reach on the air. So here's Ross Peter, the catcher. Ross struck out twice today and reached on a walk, but more than that walk was actually a bases loaded walk, so he got credited with an RBI. Runner takes the lead off first. Soft throw over to first as Wallace is back. So Wallace leads this game with an error by the throwing error by the shortstop Kelly. Leads this inning off with an error. Peter squares the bunt, pulls the bat back, takes a ball, 1-0. You say third baseman Simon charging on that pitch. Again, he shows bunt, pulls the bat back on a high pitch, 2-0. Here comes Mike Gady. Talk with his right-hander, as does Ross Peter. Will chat with Terry Gobert. Between third and home, Terry, of course, coaching the third base area, while longtime assistant Jason Albram once again at first. Wildcats looking for their first sectional championship since 2017. It'll be their first in 4A if they should win tonight. So looking for their first ever 4A sectional championship, and their first since going to the state finals back in 2017. Here's the 2-0. Once again, Peter pulls the bat back, and once again the pitch is high for a ball, 3-0. So Hurtis on the verge of putting the first two guys on if he cannot connect on this next pitch. And again, Peter squares bunt, and he pulls back, and the pitch this time is a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch. He does get the ball down this time. Third baseman looks over the runner at second, but fires to first. So Simon throws out Peter at first base. Sacrifice is complete, 5-3. Over to second goes Andrew Wallace. And Joe Blubahusen will come to the plate. Wildcat hurler played right field this morning and was 1 for 3 with a run scored and a single. Singled back in the second and scored a run in that 4-run inning, which the Wildcats did send 10 batters to the plate. First pitch to Lubahusen is a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Wallace takes his lead off second, Here's the pitch to Leverhusen. It's in the dirt. 2-0. This ball game are to determine the sectional champion for Class 4A, Sectional 16. This inning started. Andrew Wallace reaching on in air. Sacrificed by Ross Peters successfully over to second. So with one out, Leverhusen with a chance to drive in the Wildcats' first run of the night. The pitch. He takes low. 3-0. So Hurtis once again has started off with a count of 3-0. He did so with Peter when Peter kept showing bunt. And now here's the 3-0 to Leverhusen, and that is ball 4. First walk of the contest for Hurtis. And it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner at first base, I should say. And that will be Will Troxler. So, courtesy runner, and the runner at first, courtesy of Will Troxler.
Third baseman, number 13, Grant Stratton.
Grant Stratton comes to the plate. Stratton this afternoon against North struck out twice, but also laid down a sacrifice bunt. He finished 0 for 2 in that ball game. With first pitch to him is a ball. Five straight balls thrown by Hurtis. Here's the next, and he will lay the ball down, and a play is to first base, 3-4, as Kennedy came over. Causey made the play. Kennedy came over to cover first. Sacrifice 3-4 for Stratton for the second out. And over to third base goes Wallace. Leverhusen's at second. So the Cats at second and third, and 2 outs now for Ben Hankey. Hank takes the ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Ben doubled a run in the second inning this morning. Finished today 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Junior shortstop for the Cats. Waits for the 1-2. Here it comes. Line drive into left field for a base hit. The Wildcats take a 1-0 lead. Hankey drives in Andrew Wallace. 1-0 Jasper. Leverhusen will hang up at third. And the Wildcats lead it 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. So Caleb Berger, the number 9 hitter, steps to the plate for the Cats. He bats with 2 outs and runners at the corners. And that pitch is in the dirt, and off to second base is Ben Hankey. Troxler at third. Berger takes the next pitch outside for a ball, 2-0. One to nothing Wildcats on the RBI single by Ben Hankey. Troxler holds up at third. Hankey's at second now. He went to second on a stolen base. Catcher Kelly and Kennedy, the second baseman, come in to talk to Hurtis on the mound for a second. Cats looking to do some more damage with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. They got 1 run in thus far. The 2-0 to Caleb. Takes a strike inside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Inside ball 3-1. 3-1, Wildcats lead it. Or excuse me, 3-1 to count. Wildcats lead it 1-0. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Berger walks, bases are loaded.
Back to the top of the order, second baseman number 5, Cody Morton.
Leadoff man Cody Morton comes to the plate. He struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch to him. High ball 1. Action in the bullpen down the right field line for Central. Swung on, fly ball, straightaway center field. Kelly is under it. He makes the catch and the inning is over. But the Wildcats pick up a run on 1 base hit. They've left 3. We played 2 complete here in the championship game of Sectional 16, Class 4A at Bossy Field in Evansville. Jasper leads the Golden Bears of Central by the score of 1-0. We head to the top half of the 3rd inning here at Bossy Field. Mason Simon will lead things off for the Bears. Plays 3rd base. 1-0 Jasper. The Cats picked up a run in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Simon swings at the first pitch. Fly ball left field. Connor Foley will come to it and make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Back to the top of the order for the Bears as Ethan Rothschild will bat. He struck out look in the bottom half of the, or top of the 3rd inning to start the ball game, 1st inning to start the ball game. Pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Right-handed pitcher for the Wildcats, Leverhusen deals a strike to Rothschild. And they play him towards left, give him a big gap in right center field. There's a ground ball that's going to get past the second baseman, Morton, and into left center field for a base hit. Is Ethan Rothschild single. The Rothschild singles into right center. And Ethan Like, who plays right field, will bat for Central. Rothschild takes a lead off first base, being held by Wallace, and Leverhusen will deal a throw over to first. Pitch outside, 1-0. Foley playing on the edge of the grass at 3rd base. Wallace holding the runner at first. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Like. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a runner at first and 1 out. Here's the 1-1. High and outside, 2-1. The pitch, squares the bunt. This time he lays it down beautifully down the third base line. Valley got the runner tied up between, nobody's covering third. Nobody was covering third, heads up base running by the Bears. It was a bouncing, it was a bunt down the third base line in which Stratton for the Wildcats came up with it. He decided not to go to first base and get the runner going between second and third, but the problem was nobody was covering third. So Central, as a result, has Rothschild at third. Like is at first base. And Henry Brown, the shortstop who flew out to center his first time up, fouls one past third. And he's behind in the count at a strike and no balls. So first and third with one out for Central. Runner goes, pitches in the dirt, no throw. And now the Bears have runners at second and third. On the stolen base by Ethan Like. So Central's in business so far here in the top of the third. All the infielders come in looking for the play at the plate. The pitch right back to the mound. They will look the runner back to, everybody's going to be safe. As Lieberhusen goes to third, but back at third safely was Rothschild. Brown will reach on a fielder's choice. So no hit for Rothschild, for Brown. That would be a fielder's choice. Pitch is outside to Blake Curtis, the pitcher. Has a chance to really help his own cause here in the top of the third as the bases are loaded with one out. Swung on, a bouncing ball, foul. Past third. The 1-1 with one out. There's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leverhusen looking to settle things down here in the top of the third as the Bears have the bases loaded with one out. Swung on, a fly ball to center. Coming in and making a catch is Hope. Throw back to first, second double play, and they got the double play before the run crossed the plate. Line drive right to Hope. He came in and made a running catch, and they were able to double the runner off at second base for the third out of the inning, and the Wildcats come out unscathed in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third. Jasper still leads it 1-0. That's dodged a bullet in the top half of the third inning. We head to the bottom of the third. They still lead it 1-0. Central had runners at every base. The line drive to center fielder Eli Hope off the bat of Blake Curtis was caught, and then he threw a strike to second to get to double up Ethan Like at second base before Rothschild was able to cross the plate from third. Anyway, leading off for the Cats is Hope, who actually grounds out to the shortstop for the first out of the bottom half of the third. So one away quickly here in the bottom half of the third. Great defensive play by the Wildcats to end the top of this inning. And come out unscathed. First pitch to Connor Foley is a ball, 1-0. There's a strike. 1-1. Foley grounded out to second to end the first, his last time up. Swing and a looper into left field for a base hit. A one-out hit for the Wildcats. Foley makes a wide turn at first base and retreats back to the bag. So a one-out single by Connor Foley is just the second hit for the Cats in this ball game. They've been out hit 4-2 now, but they lead on the scoring column 1-0. Andrew Wallace reached on an error. He scored that only run for the Cats. Back into second. Swings and fouls it off the catcher's mask. One ball, or one strike and nothing. No balls, one strike. No balls, one strike with one out. Snap throw over to first and back just in time is Foley. The next pitch is in the dirt to Wallace. One ball, one strike with one out. Wallace waits for the 1-1. Instead of throw over to first again. So Hurt is keeping Foley honest over in the first base side. One ball, one strike with one out and one on. And the bottom of the third, Jasper leads it 1-0. Swing and a miss. And Andrew is behind in the count. One ball and two strikes. Here's the pitch. Checks his swing on a pitch down and low. 2-2 the count. Here comes the break even. 3-2 as that pitch is down low in the dirt. Nice job by the Central catcher, Gavin Kelly. Here goes Foley. Here's a fly ball into left field, and that will get down for a base hit. So a back-to-back singles by Foley and Wallace have the Wildcats with a pair of runners on at first and second.
Number 10, Ross Peter.
Here's Ross Peter, the Wildcat catcher. Sacrificed a runner over in his first at bat. He swings on the first pitch and fouls it off. No balls, one strike. No balls and one strike, one out, two on. 3 hits now for the Wildcats. Pair of 1 out singles here in this inning. And Peter is hit by the pitch. And now the bases are full. So that puts Foley at second base, Wallace at first, or second, I mean. Foley at third base, Wallace at second. And a courtesy runner at first base and Blake Mann. So Blake Mann will run at first base for Peter. And here is the pitcher for the Wildcats, Job Lieberhusen. Has a chance to help himself out. Blake Curtis had the same opportunity in the top of this inning when he batted with the bases loaded. He flew out to center field, and it was Eli Hove who fired a strike to Hankey, covered second base to double up Ethan Like to end the inning. Wildcats would like to play at least one or two more here in this bottom half of the third inning. And the first pitch to Lieberhusen. Is a ball, 1-0. Here's the next one to Job, 2-0. Grant Stratton's on deck. Bases loaded walk to Job Lieberhusen. And the Wildcats lead it 2-0. And we'll have another courtesy runner at first base. Looks like that'll probably be Troxler. And we will have a pitching change. Are we having a pitching change? Looks like it. The Bears will go to their bullpen. And we'll kind of sort things out here in just a moment as the lights come on here at Bosse Field, and we'll take a break. We'll be back right after this here on 18 WJTS. Here is the originally starting second baseman, Ben Kennedy. Kennedy will come on in relief of Blake Curtis, who went to first base. Number 14, Garrett Causey, now playing right field. Now playing first base, or second base is Ferguson for the Bears. Number 3, Josh Ferguson. He probably will bat in the like spot at number 2. For the Wildcats, Grant Stratton bats with the bases loaded. Already a bases loaded walk for Lieberhusen. And the first pitch to Stratton is a ball. Or sorry, a strike, my apologies. No balls and 1 strike. The infield is in, looking for the play at the plate as the bases are loaded, and the pitch to Stratton is low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cats already with a run in on a bases loaded walk by Job Lieberhusen. Next pitch to Stratton is outside, 2-1. Wallace is at third base. Foley scored a little bit ago. Will Troxler running at first base. At second is Blake Mann. Both of those are courtesy runners. Mann and Troxler at second and first, respectively. The 3-1 to Stratton. He swings and fouls it on the towards the right field side, actually first base side, I should say, off the roof and back into play. Count is full at 3-2. So Wallace at third base, Mann at second, Troxler at first. And at the plate is Grant Stratton. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4. Another bases loaded walk. This time by Stratton. Wildcats had a pair of bases loaded walks in the first game. That will score Wallace from third. Mann goes to third. Troxler to second. And at first base with an RBI walk is Grant Stratton. Ben Hankey will come to the plate. He drove in a run in the second inning with an RBI single. First pitch to Ben. Outside corner for a called strike. No balls, one strike. The 0-1 to Ben. Swinging a hard ball. Diving stab by the shortstop, and he cannot do anything else with it. Nice play by Kelly, the shortstop, as we said. But the run will score. Kelly was unable to get up and make any play. So it'll be an infield hit by Ben Hankey. His second RBI single of the day.
Number 9, Caleb Berger.
3 runs in for the Cats in the bottom of the third. They lead it 4-0. Here's 9-hole hitter Caleb Berger, who walked his first time up back in the second. First pitch to Caleb is a strike. No balls, one strike. Cats already with 3 here in the top of the third. There's only 1 out. Bases continue to be full. Here's the pitch. Takes a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Hankey at first base, Stratton at second. Trox at third. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. So after starting out in the hole at 0-2, Berger has worked the count to an even 2-2 in the next. Down low, 3-2. Nice recovery by the Wildcat designated hitter, senior Caleb Berger. Here is the payoff. Swung on and fouled off towards the right. Count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hits are even apiece now at 4 as the Cats have 3 hits here in the third. They've also had runners reach on a pair of walks, RBI, bases loaded walks at that, and a hit by pitch. Berger continues to battle at the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2, foul back. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming to Caleb Berger. Here it is. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Berger goes down swinging for the second out. That'll bring up leadoff man Cody Morton, who flew out to center his last time up. Struck out in the first. And the 9th batter for the Wildcats. He swings and misses on the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. So 9th batter for the Cats here in the bottom half of the third. 3 runs have scored. Bases are still loaded. 2 outs. Morton takes low, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swing, he fouls it back, 1-2. Cats lead it 4-0 here in the bottom of the third with 3 runs in this inning. Bases are loaded. Here's the 1-2 to Morton, then he fouls it back again. And relieving pitcher Kennedy has seen his share of pitches thrown as he threw at least 8 pitches to Berger this last at bat. He's throwing a 4 or 5 to Morton, who takes the next outside and in the dirt. And the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs, bases loaded. Second baseman Cody Morton. The break even. Ball kids past the catcher, a run will score, and it's 5-0 Wildcats. This wild pitch brings home Will Troxler. Stratton goes to third. Ben Hinkie is at second. First base now open. 3-2 to count to Morton. Pitch, line drive center field, that should get 2 home. Here comes 1 run, second run will score. And the Wildcats now lead it 7-0. On the RBI double, or 2 RBI single I should say, by Cody Morton. Stratton scores, Hinkie scores. 6 runs for the Cats in the third. The 10th batter of the inning will be Eli Hof, who started this inning off with a ground out to short. First pitch to him is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Cats put up a 6th spot here in the bottom half of the second. Or third, I should say. They lead it 7-0. Pitch is in the dirt outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a hard hit ball to the shortstop. He'll flip over to second for the out, and the inning is over. But the Wildcats pick up 6. Here in the bottom half of the third, they lead it 7-0. We go to the fourth. We'll be back with more here on 18 WJTS. Right fielder Gary Causey will lead things off for the Bears in the top half of the fourth. They trail 7-0 to the Jasper Wildcats. First pitch to him from Leverhusen is outside, 1-0. So Joe Leverhusen staked with the 7-0 lead in the championship game of the Evansville Sectional of Class 4A. Next pitch is chopped foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is high, 2-1. So this holds true for the Cats. For the remainder of this night, they will pick up their first sectional championship as a member of Class 4A and their first sectional championship since 2017. If everything holds together from this point. 2-2 the count as Causey fouls it back, and count remains at 2-2. The next, swing and a miss, struck him out. Only the 3rd strikeout of the night for Leverhusen.
Number 5, Ben Kennedy.
Job came into tonight with 22 strikeouts to his credit here in 2021. He's only walked 2 this going into the tonight's game. A ground ball to short. Hankey's got it. He'll fire up the first, and there's 2 up and 2 down here in the fourth. So Kennedy will ground down, and that brings up catcher Gavin Kelly. As I was saying about Leverhusen coming into tonight, he had 21 innings pitched with 3 starts and a 4-0 record. 22 strikeouts, only 2 walks, and an even ERA of 1.000. Here tonight, he struck out 3. And I don't believe he's walked anybody. I don't know. He has not walked a batter yet tonight. One and one the count to Kelly as Leverkusen looks to retire the Bears in order here in the 4th. Pitch misses. 2-1. Gavin Kelly reached on the fielder's choice back in the 2nd. 2-1 the count to him. The next 3-1. Here's 3-1 to him. Just misses outside, and there's the first walk in the 9th issued by Leverkusen. And Ferguson, who entered the ball game last inning,
Number 3, Jasper.
will bat. Ferguson takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Or 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. It's a strike. 1-2. Here comes 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that brings us to the end of the top of the 4th inning. For Central, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning with the Wildcats leading tonight's sectional championship game of Class 4A here at Bosse Field by the score of 7-0. Connor Foley will lead things off in the bottom half of the 4th inning here at Bosse Field. Wildcats lead at 7-0. First pitch to Connor is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Foley is 1 for 2. He singled and scored a run in the 3rd, rounded out to 2nd in the 1st. Now he takes the next pitch for a strike. He is in a hole and 0-2. The next to Connor, he swings and sends a fly ball out to right field. And the catch will be made by right fielder number 14, I believe that was Causey. Yes, Causey who moved out to right field.
Number 18, Andrew.
Garrett Causey, who moved out to right field earlier last inning when some changes were made by the Bears. First pitch to Andrew Wallace, tonight's starting pitcher, is a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Time is called. Next to Wallace is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is low. 2-1. A little activity in the Wildcat bullpen down the left field line. Right now, Leverkusen is in control in this ball game as he's pitching a 4-hit shutout baseball through 4. 2-2 the count to Wallace. The next, 3-2. Right now, Jasper in command, 7-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Wildcats would like to maybe see it pick up about three or more here in the fourth and hit that 10-run mark. Here's the 3-2. Swung on a ground ball to a nice play by the shortstop. Fires over the first in time, so nice play by Kelly to throw out Wallace for the second out.
Number 10,
Ross Peter will bat. Peter sacrificed in the second. Got hit by a pitch and scored a run in the third. Pitches a strike to him. No balls, 1 strike. Takes a ball, 1-1. Swing, he fouls it off, and now he is behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Fly ball left field. Left fielder comes charging. He will let it drop as Carey let it drop in front of him. And it's a 2-out hit for Peter. His first of the night. And heading out to first base to run for him once again will be Blake Mann. So Mann on for at least the second time, I believe, today. Yeah, second time he's been out to run for Peter. As Troxler usually runs for the pitcher. At least he has today. Speaking of the pitcher, Job Liebehusen is at the plate. First pitch to him, he swings and fouls it off. No balls, 1 strike. Liebehusen has walked twice, scored a run. One of his walks was a bases loaded walk, so he got credited with an RBI there. 2 bases loaded walks earlier today against North and 2 tonight against Central. Time is called before that pitch. No balls and a strike. Here's the 1-1 to Liebehusen. He takes it for a ball. It gets past the catcher, and off to second base is Blake Mann on the pass ball. Mann scored a run back in the back in the third inning. As a courtesy runner, he's at second base now and takes a big lead. The second baseman is there holding, looks as if. But the pitcher checks his sign and now pulls back, and he asks for the catcher, Kelly, to come out and talk to him. So Kennedy wants to converse with his catcher, Kelly, for a moment. And home plate umpire Kevin Bullock wants to talk to David Ford for just a second, while Terry Gobert will speak with his pitcher, Liebehusen, who remains at the dish with a 2-1 count. I think was there a question about the count, perhaps? He said 2-1, and that's what's on the board. Everybody up here has a 2-1. And here comes Ford again to talk with the home plate umpire. Once again, now it looks like they've got everything squared away, and Terry Gobert asking for a quick explanation, and he sounds or looks satisfied. At least I would guess. 2-1 to count to Liebehusen. Next pitch swung on, fly ball again, a short fly ball to left field. The shortstop, however, comes out and makes a catch, and the inning is over. So the Wildcats have a couple of runners stranded on the base pass in the bottom of the 4th inning. We go to the 5th. Jasper leads it 7-0. Top of the 5th coming your way here on 18 WJTS. Carey Schneider along with Jeremy Markos. Been a pleasure spending the day with old Judd once again here in Evansville. Good friend, good buddy. Great company on a road trip, I'll tell you that, folks. Right, Jeremy? Exactly. Anyway, been a pleasure sitting in for Kirk Gooksell, who spent the day, of course, at League Stadium, covering the Raiders on WBDC radio. Southridge was playing Washington in tonight's championship game. In the Class 3A sectional at League Stadium. Here at Bosse Field, the Wildcats lead at 7-0. In the top half of the 5th inning as Central bats. Mason Simon to third base, but takes the first pitch for a ball from Leverhusen. Next pitch is outside for a ball as well, 2-0. 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Wildcats. 0-4-1 for Central. Here's the pitch. This is far as well, apparently for a ball, 3-0. Or was that just ball 2? My apologies, 2-0. Now there's a strike, 2-1. Here's the next pitch, is popped up, foul territory. Well, this will make the catch. And there's one away. So Simon flies out to the first baseman Wallace on a pop-up foul. Center fielder Ethan Rothschild will step to the plate. He struck out looking in the first, singled in the third, but was stranded at third in the 3rd inning. His first pitch from Leverhusen to Ethan is a strike. No balls, 1 strike with 1 out. The next, strike 2, 0-2. The 0-2 misses outside, 1-2. Cat fans wanted to punch out there. The next, swung on, fly ball to left. Foley goes to his right and makes the catch. And there's 2 up, 2 down in the 5th.
Now batting, number 12, Ethan Lott.
So 2 down for Ethan Like. Rounded out to short the first time up. Singled and was stranded at second base back into third. Bears have left 5 on in this ball game and have not plated a run thus far. 0-1 the count. Line center field for a base hit. As Like kind of just stuck his bat out and poked that one into center for the Bears' 5th hit on the night. Second for Like.
Henry Brown.
Shortstop Henry Brown has played excellent and on a defensive standpoint tonight for the Bears. Made some nice catches and nice plays. He's 0 for 2 at the plate, however, with a fly out to center and a fielder's choice. First pitch is inside, ball 1, 1-0. Likes at first base. Brown takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brown at first base with a 2-out hit. He's got 2 hits on the night, so he's has 2 of the Bears' 5 safeties. The next. Up high, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. High fly ball, left field. Foley again to his right will make the catch, and the side is retired. Bears get one single with 2 outs by Ethan Light, and he is going to be stranded at first base. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning with the Wildcats leading 7-0. Coming up your way here on 18 WJTS as the Wildcats lead at 7-0. They will bat in that bottom of the 5th. They will send up the bottom third of the order with Rand Stratton, Ben Hankey, and Caleb Berger. And the first pitch is a strike to Stratton. No official bats for him. He reached on a sacrifice, well, actually sacrificed a runner in the second, but reached on the ball on a bases-loaded walk and scored a run in the third. 1-1 to count to him. Next, and to left field, and that ball will be caught by the left fielder Carey for the first out here in the 5th. Cats with 6 runs in the third to add to their 1 run in the second. 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Wildcats. They've left 4 on. Hankey takes the ball, 1-0. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Central Bears, who have left 6 on. Pitch is outside, 1-0. The next, ground ball to Brown at short. He's been busy out there tonight, folks. Throws over to first for the put out.
Now batting, number 9, Caleb Berger.
Hankey is out for the second out of the inning. Caleb Berger, who is 0 for 1 in the contest with a walk and a strikeout. 2 up, 2 down for the Cats in the 5th. Berger takes a pitch outside, 2-0. The 2-0. Strike. Over the outside corner, 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the next. Up high, 3-1. 3-1 the count. Berger waves at that 3-1 pitch. Now the count is full at 3-2. Here's the payoff. Berger fouls that one off. Count remains 3-2. Kennedy works fast, by the way, folks. And head coach Mike Gady comes out to check on Kennedy as the count remains full on Berger at 3-2. Here's Kennedy's pitch to Berger. It's low, ball 4. So Berger reaches for the second time with a walk. 2-out walk by Caleb brings up Cody Morton, who's 1 for 3 with a 2-run single back at the third. So Wildcats second baseman bats with 1 on and 2 outs here in the 5th. Pitch is a ball, 1-0. And back to the hill goes Mike Gady, and that will bring us another pitching change. as apparently he just does not like what he's seeing obviously out of Kennedy. And Kennedy will leave the hill and probably looks like goes back to second base. And we'll have a pitching change and tell you about it after this break. 7-0 Wildcats. Bears make their second pitching change of the night. We'll be back to talk about it right after this here on 18 WJTS. Pitcher for the Central Bears here in the bottom half of the fifth inning as Ferguson comes in to pitch. Number 3, Josh Ferguson. And number 5, Ben Kennedy returns to his original position of second base. So he inherits a runner at first base, a situation with a runner at first base and 2 outs and a 1-0 count to Cody Morton for the Wildcats, who lead it 7-0 in the bottom of the fifth. The first pitch by Ferguson to Morton is a ball. Altogether, 2-0 the count. Berger takes a big lead off first. And the pitch is outside, 3-0. Cats complete 3 here somehow in the bottom of the fifth. We'll be going home a sectional champion. But they do have 2 outs, and the next pitch is outside, and it's ball 4. And a pair of back-to-back 2-out walks brings that potential third run at the plate, and Eli Hof. So Hofi bats with 2 on and 2 out. He's 0 for 3 in the contest. Wildcats center fielder waits for the pitch, and he takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Kelly heading back to the mound once again, this time to talk to Ferguson. He's having a hard time himself finding the plate. Gases seems to be running out for the Central pitchers. In a ball game that has lasted, well, just an hour and a half actually. Seems a lot longer than that though. We got started right at 8 o'clock DuBois County time. It's 9:30 right now Eastern. 8:30 here in the Pocket City. 1-0 the count to Hofi. 2-0. Connor fully on deck. 2-0 to Eli Hof. Outside corner for a strike. 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike with 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the fifth inning. 7-0 Jasper. Hof waits for the 2-1 pitch from Ferguson. Takes it outside, 3-1. Here's a 3-1 coming to Hof. High, ball 4. So Berger will go to third. Morton goes to second. Hof to first base. 3 straight 2-out walks by Central pitching, and here comes Mike Getty again. Getty. And he will just have a chat with Ferguson, who's the third pitcher of the night for the Central Bears. Connor Foley, the hard-hitting left fielder for the Cats, who has a single and a run scored in this contest. 1 for 3 altogether. He hit a shot to left center field on Thursday night against the Castle Knights for his 8th home run of the year. He leads the Wildcats at home runs. He could put one in the air anywhere over that fence, and this ball game will be over with. Jasper leads at 7-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Foley takes the strike. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1. 1-0. If that was a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1. 2-1. Connor looking for a pitch to put into play to bring home at least 2. The next swing and a miss, and he was looking to put that one over the wall. And he misses though, and count is out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch to Foley, and he just swings and sends a slow roller to second base, over to first for the out, and the inning is over. And the Wildcats strand the bases loaded after 3 straight 2-out walks. And they lead, like I said, the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nothing gets across. They still lead, though, by the score of 7-0 as we head to the top of the 6th here on 18 WJTS. As we head to the top half of the 6th inning. Blake Curtis. Blake Curtis, Garrett Causey, and Ben Kennedy. First 2 batters on the pallet for the Central Bears, who trail Jasper 7-0. Jasper has barely hit Central, though, in this contest, 6-5. First pitch, checked swing, low for a ball, 1-0. They appeal over to the first base umpire, Craig Mykrans, who says no dice. Hard hit ball past the shortstop into left center field for a base hit. Hankey tried to stick a glove out for it, but he just could not reach it. And it's the 6th hit of the night for Central. So Hurtis, his 2nd.
Now batting number 14, Garrett Causey.
Garrett Causey, who has popped up to the pitcher and struck out, comes to the plate with a runner at first and nobody out here in the 6th. Swings and fouls it. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Causey fists one back to Leverhusen, who throws to everybody's, well, actually, the runner's going to be out at first, but the throw was wide to second, and that allows Hurtis be safe at second. Causey, however, will be out at first base. So a wide throw to first allows Hurtis to remain at second base. Causey is out 6-3. First pitch to Kennedy is a ball, 1-0. So the Bears have a runner at second base, a pop-up. Peter looks for it, but it hits the roof and keeps hitting the roof over the press box. Took about 3 or 4 bounces before finally rolling off. And the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Top of the 6th, 7-0 Jasper. Pitch is a strike to Kennedy. Kennedy started the game at second base, came in and pitched, but then last inning went back to second base and he was relieved. Swinging a ground ball to third. Stratton looks the runner back to second. Fires off to Wallace at first for the out, and there's 2 away. So nice play by Stratton for the Wildcats for the second out. Only 1 error in this contest, and that was by Central back in the second. Pitch misses outside to Gavin Kelly, the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Leverhusen deals the pitch, a high ball in the infield. Shortstop makes the catch as Hankey hauls it in for the 3rd out in the top of the 6th inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Wildcats leading the Bears 7-0 here on 18 WJTS. For Central, re-entering the ball game and now pitching is the 4th pitcher of the night. And that is Dax Carey, who started the ball game in left field, but left the game earlier, and now has re-entered as the left fielder, or sorry, the pitcher, I should say. Like moved to left field earlier when several changes were made. So Carey comes on here in the 6th inning, and he will face Andrew Wallace, Ross Peter, and Job Leverhusen for the Wildcats. Lead at 7-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leverhusen has gone the distance thus far. He has pitched the first 5 innings, despite the fact there's been a number of quite a little bit of activity actually in the Wildcat bullpen down the left field line. The first pitch to Wallace is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Outside, 1-1. Line drive right center field. That ball's gonna be will get down for a base hit. And a leadoff walk, or a hit, I should say, by Andrew Wallace.
Now batting, number 10, Ross Peter.
Ross Peter will step to the plate. Seventh hit of the night for the Wildcats. 2nd hit for Wallace. Peter has a single to his credit. In fact, he's 1 for 1 officially with a sacrifice and a hit by pitch. He scored a run. Actually, well, that would have been Mann who scored the run, as he usually comes in and runs for Peter as a courtesy runner when he reaches base. Speaking of reaching base, Andrew Wallace is at first base. Count is now 1-1 to Ross. So Wallace with the leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th. The 7th safety for the Cats tonight. 1-1. Peter waves at that. 1-2. The 1-2 to Peter coming. Into left field. Making the catch is Like. And there's 1 away. So here's the pitcher, Job Leverhusen. Terry Gobert coming over to talk to the home plate umpire. While Mike Eddy will do the same, so both coaches paying the home plate umpire a visit at this point in time. Actually, we got a pinch hitter for the Wildcats, and that will be number 16 for the Cats, Chris Henninger. So Henninger will bat. for Leverkusen.
Now batting for Jasper, number 16, Chris Henninger.
First pitch to Henninger is a ball, 1-0. Henninger on the year has a home run to his credit. He's batting .250 with 4 doubles and a triple. And he's going to actually send an extra base hit out to the wall here in left field. Runner rounds third, he will score. And it's an RBI double, a pitch hit double for Chris Henninger. As Andrew Wallace scores all the way from first base. Henninger with a pinch hit double down the left field line gives the Wildcats an 8-0 lead. And here's Will Troxler to pinch hit for Stratton.
Number 8, Will Troxler.
So Will Troxler comes in a pitch hitter role. That pitch gets away from the catcher and over the third base will be Henninger. So Chris Henninger now at third base with the chance to bring the Wildcats home their 9th run of the game. Troxler chops that one foul. 1-1 the count. Troxler has 8 hits this year. He's batting .308 with 7 RBIs. No extra base hits. All his hits are singles. 2-1 the count to Will. Two and one the count. Trox takes a pitch high, 3-1. Here's a 3-1 to Will Troxler. Inside ball 4, and Troxler draws a 1-out walk. So the Cats will have runners at the corners now with a pair of pinch hitters. Henninger is at third. Troxler with a walk, he's at first base. And another pinch hitter for the Wildcats coming up, and Caleb Werner. Caleb Werner will bat with runners at the corners and 1 out in the 6th. Cats already plated a run this inning. Troxler just reached on a walk. I doubt if he got that batting eye from his Uncle John, though. The pitch is in there for a strike to Caleb Werner. One strike and no balls the count. Here's the 0-1 ground ball, hard hit to past the third baseman into left field. It's now 9-0 Jasper. So the Cats now with a chance to end this with a potential 10th run at second base as Henninger scores. And Troxler will go to second base. Werner with an RBI single as a pinch hitter. Brought home Henninger. And here's Caleb Berger, the number 9 hitter, a senior, designated hitter, with a chance to give the Wildcats their first 4A sectional and wrap this game up. Pitch is past the catcher and the runners will advance. So now that 10th run will advance into third base. A lot of things could end this ball game right now. Another pass ball or wild pitch, base hit. fly ball, perhaps, but the infield or the outfield really playing the Berger shallow. Fly ball into left center field, and that's going to get down, and the Wildcats are sectional champions. In to score is Will Troxler, and the dog pile commences near the pitcher's mound as the Jasper Wildcats have captured the school's first day 4A state sectional championship here at Bosse Field as they defeat the Central Bears by the score of 10-0. For the Wildcats, 10 runs on 10 hits, no errors. For Central, no runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The game ended on a base hit by Caleb Berger, who brought in Will Troxler from third base for the 3rd run of the inning for Jasper. And the Wildcats are sectional champions in Class 4A, and they will advance to the regional next week and take on the Floyd Central Highlanders on their own turf at Alvin C. Ruxer Field for a regional championship. So once again, just recap here for the Wildcats. Again, they got 10 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and have left 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 men left on base for Jasper. For Central, no runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 6 men left on base for the Bears. So for Terry Gobert and the Wildcats, they are sectional champions for the first time since 2017. Again, they will head home, back home to Ruxer Field for the regional next week for the Class 4A regional. Again, on the friendly confines of Ruxer, they will play the Floyd Central Highlanders in Game 2 of the Class 4A regional at Jasper. That game will start at approximately 1:30 at Ruxer, 1:30 Jasper time next week. And of course, we will have that game for you here on 18 WJTS, and perhaps a sectional championship, semi-regional championship game if the Cats should advance past the Highlanders next week. That will also be shown this coming Sunday. So here, as we show this game on Tuesday night here on 18 WJTS, the Wildcats will play this coming Saturday at Ruxer Field as they receive the sectional championship trophy from the Evansville Rights officials. By the way, this tournament hosted by Evansville Rights. Fine job. We appreciate the officials from Rights with their kindness and their hospitality and getting us a nice spot here in the press box here at Ruxer Field. As the Wildcats, again, are sectional champions with a 10-0 victory over the Central Bears here at Bosse Field. And they are sectional champions for 4A here in 2021. Well, that'll wrap things up here on a long day at Bosse Field. Once again, I want to thank everybody for their hard work today. We enjoyed the company and the work with Jeremy Markos once again. I want to thank Kurt Guxell for giving me the opportunity to help bring you this both ball games here at Evansville today, as Kurt, as they say, on assignment, covering the Southridge Raiders, who were playing in the sectional championship at League Stadium this evening, and of course carrying that ball game on 101 Country, our sister station, our media partner, WBDC. So with all that, I guess that's nothing else to say, but congratulations to Terry Gobert. Congratulations to his staff, the likes of Jason Albrand, Andy Noblet, Brian Kirchhoff, Jeff Zink, among others. If I missed anybody, I apologize. But congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Wildcats. They are sectional champions for 2021 in Class 4A by defeating the Central Bears 10-0 here at Bosse Field. So for Kurt Guxell, for Jeremy Markos, I'm Carey Schneider saying goodnight again from Bosse Field and Evansville. The Wildcats are sectional champions by defeating the Central Bears by the score of 10-0 in the 6th inning run rule by the 10 run rule. So long, everybody.
This has been an 18 WJTS presentation of high school sports.